Welcome to Talk of the 10th. I'm Amanda Mays Bledsoe, the City Council person for the 10th District, and today I'm down on Southland Drive looking at some new additions to the corridor. Here, joining me today is Brent Rafferty, the Executive Director of HealthFirst Bluegrass. Today, this is a community health center, correct?
That's correct. We opened on November 9th, this 34,000 square foot facility where we'll be providing health services to Lexington.
Well, fantastic. This is a beautiful facility. The facade is gorgeous. I know you put a lot of work into kind of what the building looked like. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's been a long time coming. You know, I think one of the changes that came up during construction was the stone siding it's a requirement of where we're at, and that was added, and we really think that really added a lot to the look of the building and to the area.
So I know you moved down here to have better access. And what are some reasons why you moved, or you kind of opened up on Southland Drive?
So we have a strong presence on the north side of town. We have a location at 1640 Bryan Station Road, which is at Bryan Station Road and New Circle Road. And we wanted a presence on the south side of town as well. And we're really looking to work with those individuals that have recently got insurance, recently got Medicaid, or for some reason are having trouble getting insurance, as a place that they can come. It's just in our area there's a difficulty in getting in to see your primary care provider. And so those are the people that we're really going after.
Well, fantastic. I know that the access point on Southland Drive is kind of a south central location. It's easy to get into and out of, and it's got great sidewalks and walkability to the area as well.
Yeah, we're really happy with it.
Now, I know there's some stormwater issues we've talked about, and you've done a great job adding some basins and trying to be really mindful of the area here.
You know, it was one of the big concerns from the local community when we started this project was that the runoff and the water was a problem for this part of town. And so we added 3 water retention basins, which are kind of a newer construction way to help reduce the runoff and resolve that issue. Fantastic.
Well, it looks beautiful. We're going to go inside and take a look. We're now inside HealthFirst Bluegrass. It's a beautiful facility, very modern. Now, Mr. Rafferty, can you talk to us a little bit about what the services you provide here?
Sure, Councilmember Bledsoe, thank you. Well, we provide comprehensive integrated care here for primary care. So we see adult, women, families, and children. We do dental services. We provide dental services. We provide a pharmacy on site. And we also have a board-trained psychiatrist, Dr. Farish Kanga, who oversees our behavioral health program. So if you come here with your family, you have a diverse set of services that you can be a part of.
It's fantastic. And that's a pretty unusual approach, or unique right now for Lexington, right?
Yeah, we feel like that. You know, integrating the dental model, you know, becoming a dental home for a patient where their medical is, and a lot of times there's communication between the providers that has to occur in order to give the best care to a patient. And
you see quite a bit of women and children here, correct?
Yeah, so we have we do see a lot of kids, and we now just introduced a women's health program, and we have 2 obstetricians on staff, and so we've got currently 30 women that have become pregnant and are being seen by us, but we welcome any women in the community that are pregnant and need a good OBGYN to come visit us.
It's a very important thing to have as someone who's delivered 2 babies. Your OBGYN is really important, and the facility being welcomed and knowing that you have a good staff on hand is really nice.
Yeah, definitely a high quality program that we have. You know, we have a quality improvement team that meets regularly, and we spend a lot of time looking at specific measures that are nationally recognized, and we're constantly looking to improve quality, and we do that as a team, and it's easier to do that as an integrated care team.
And what's fantastic is after you have the children here, you can actually come into your pediatric program. So tell me a little bit more about your pediatrics and how far you go up.
So our pediatrics program is overseen by Dr. Deborah Stanley, and it's provided here on site, and we do immunizations, we do all the sports physicals and all those things that you need to get your kids into school, immunization records and the like. And from there, they, you know, families also are seen by in our adult area. Our associate medical director, Dr. William Dake, here is on site at this location, and so we've got quite a few adults as well.
You really do. It really provides kind of a holistic care for a family, and that's really important. I know back in October you offered some flu shots, so you can do some other kind of community outreach events?
Yeah, from time to time we're going to, provide flu shots, discounted flu shots, and we'd like to open up in the spring to the community to do a kind of a groundbreaking ceremony. That was one of the things. It was wintertime, and we decided just to give it a couple months, let it be a little bit warmer, a little bit more cheerful for people to come in and take a look at us.
Fantastic. And one of the benefits of being a patient here is that you also have access to your pharmacy, correct?
That's right. And so we operate what's called a 340B pharmacy. And what that means is for our patients, we can purchase drugs at a lower cost. So if for some reason a patient's insurance doesn't cover a drug, then we can sell that to them at a discount.
Fantastic. It's a beautiful facility, and I know what you're wondering, how do I become a patient? So talk to me a little bit about who qualifies to come and how would you might enter into an agreement here.
Anybody in the community is welcome to become a patient, and you just call 859-288-2425. And if you don't have insurance, no problem. We'll help you walk through that, whether we're helping you to get set up with insurance, or we also have a sliding scale that we offer for folks, and we'll charge them based on their income. If you're on a high deductible plan, there's a potential that we could slide some of your expenses as well, and that really tends to help out some of the folks with some of the plans that we have through Connect. And so we help folks navigate Connect as well. So if you're looking to get insurance, we can help you with that process as well. Once we've kind of worked out, how your payment plan or your insurance, then we will schedule you an appointment.
Fantastic. Well, as you can tell, it's a really well-run facility. It looks beautiful, high-quality health care in a very community setting. So if you have interest and want to know more about HealthFirst Bluegrass, please contact them at the information below. And I know what you're wondering as well, how do I get here very well? So we've added some bus transportation, and we're going to step outside and talk a little bit about that. Thank you, Mr. Rafferty, for joining us today.
Thank you, Councilmember Bledsoe.
And we'll be back in a minute. Well, thanks for joining us. We've stepped outside on Southland Drive, and we're standing here at a newly designed bus stop with FlexTran. I'm joined here with Carrie Butler, who's the general manager of FlexTran, to kind of talk about how we use bus transportation to best access HealthFirst Bluegrass. So Carrie, talk to me a little bit about how you might use the bus system to access this facility.
Sure, excellent. So if you're coming straight from downtown, our transit center downtown, or any of the other routes in our system, you'd want to catch Route 16 and take it straight down here, and you'd get off the bus right here and go across to the HealthFirst Center. If you're coming from Versailles Road corridor, you could just hop on Route 8, which takes you over to the Emerson Center right behind Turfland Mall, make a quick transfer to Route 16. You'd come on the other direction over there and get dropped off right there. So real easy, real simple. Look forward to folks riding to get to the HealthFirst Center.
Fantastic. I know you're making some changes coming here in January. Talk to me a little bit about how the changes will help facilitate maybe some medical transportation.
Sure. So Route 16, which I mentioned you can take from the Transit Center, will be able to serve the UK Health Clinic that's there at the former Turfland Mall site, as well as HealthFirst. So kind of a medical route as well as serving other sites along Harrodsburg Road, Nicholasville, BCTC, etc.
Now, this particular bus stop is accessed every hour?
Yeah, so our service on Route 16 and many of our other routes is about every hour. And then you would have the schedules available, or we also have information on our website. We have an app where you can track your bus as it's coming along on the route. So lots of different ways to get information, as well as the old-fashioned call customer service, and they can help you plan your trip and answer any questions you have.
Fantastic. I know the app is something that's really become really fun for people to use. You can feel a little bit more connected, you know what's coming, a little more reliable maybe, which is nice.
Sure.
Now, this particular bus stop is not your typical, border. We've got some really beautiful art here. Can you talk to me a little bit about how this was designed and how it's funded?
Sure. So there's been a program for a number of years called Art in Motion, which is a partnership between the nonprofit group Art in Motion, our metropolitan planning organization, LexTran, and then council members who get involved. So this one was designed by John Darko and contractor Paul Rosa Pole. And then we thought it was a great location with the good foods and the pavement here, which is something that folks like me get excited about. Permeable pavers, so which helps with stormwater retention. So talking about sustainability in the environment as well.
Well, you're exactly right. We talked about that a little bit earlier with some of our stormwater projects. How nice it is to really, when you're going to do some changes in the area, to really make the investments in the stormwater issues. It's really nice for everyone. And it's really beautiful. I mean, you hardly recognize it when you drive by.
Yeah, definitely better than some of the older stops in our system. So.
Sure. And you've got some bike racks here behind in the bus stop. And I should mention that at HealthFirst Bluegrass right across, they also have some bike rides. So if you're looking to use bike transportation in addition to LexTran, there are some options to kind of bike.
A great way to stay healthy too. If one trip you ride your bike and then on the way back you want to put your bike on board, you can do that too. But a great way to get some activity in. There's some bike lanes out here as well.
There are some newly designed bike lanes. So this is really becoming a very easy place to kind of navigate for public transportation or for walk and bike. And I'm excited about some developments we're going to have hopefully here in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thanks for joining us, Carrie. I
Thanks
appreciate
for having
it.
us. Great to see you anytime.
I want to thank Brent Rafferty at HealthFirst Bluegrass, who did an excellent job talking about how excited he is about welcoming many people in this neighborhood to their facility. And I'm very excited about Southland Drive in general. I hope that while you're down here, you'll take a minute to visit some of our locally owned stores and shops, get some coffee, get some lunch, do some shopping. Thank you so much for joining us on Tuck of the 10th. Until next time, thanks again.